Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Benvenue's Corner. I'm Benvenue, your host. And I'm adjusting the music levels a little bit. Don't want it too loud, don't want it too soft. So we're coming off a victory last week against the Brooklyn Bulls, a 29-17 point victory. Team looked pretty good. There were some hiccups along the way, but I think for the most part, they did a very nice job. I was able to get a couple of extra questions in with Coach Hennessy after the press conference at the end of the game, and he told me something that he thinks went under the radar was the play of the offensive line. Kiefer Byrne was only sacked one time, and they were opening up lanes for Dalton Triplett to run wild all game long. The defensive line, he said, he would have liked to see them get home a bit more. They were creating some pressure, forcing some bad throws, but they weren't able to get to the quarterback for the Bulls last week. So they're going to be looking to do that this week against the Celtic Tigers. This is going to be a housekeeping episode where I'm going to go ahead and train some players, and we'll take a look at the Celtic Tigers roster and see what they're all about. But, a little piece of news, we got some weekly awards, and this only shows up on your screen if somebody wins one on your team. So, before I reveal who it is, who do you think won the Player of the Week award for our team? There are certainly a few candidates. There's Dalton Triplett, who went over 100 yards. There's the tight end Mark Spellman, who had a huge day, 7 catches for 129 yards. There's some players on defense, LaMarcus Blades. He had an interception. You have London Bates, who had an interception and a sack. And, let's see, is there anybody I'm missing? I mean, Kiefer Byrne played a good game, but not Player of the Week. He didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't throw an interception either, which is an improvement. But, so who do you think? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to make your decision. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who it was. So for the NFC, you have Boggs and Reynaud. And for the AFC, you have Bowen, the quarterback, and defensive outstanding player last year, London Bates, with his 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. That was a pick 6. So congratulations, London Bates, on just stacking up that trophy room you have at home. You took home a lot of material last year, and it looks like you're on your way to starting that again this year, continuing it. We're going to go ahead and do the training real quick. Let's see. What do I want to do? I usually do quarterback and offensive line. I think I'm going to stick with that. On the defense, I want to do... I'm going to switch between defensive line and linebacker and defensive line and defensive back this year. So let's find defensive... Let's go kick blocking. And then next week we'll do defensive line and linebackers. We'll switch it up a little bit. I want to even it out because I have some younger players in the secondary now that I want to try to get some development for. Let's go to the upgrades because we have quite a few of them. London Bates, there's a surprise. And he still needs to work on his run stopping. He's got pretty much is an excellent pass coverage. Linebacker. Ooh, look at all those updates. Awareness, block shedding, man coverage, play recognition, strength and tackling. Strength and tackling, those are 2 things that he really needs to work on. I mean, not really his tackling, but that strength's a little low, and he kind of gets pushed around a little bit. We saw him miss a tackle on a wide receiver last game, and boy, that's just not a good look. I'm trying to see what They have his block shedding up here. Should be somewhere. There it is, 77. That could be a little better too. That was a great upgrade. Tyson Kerr, who had a touchdown. And let's see. I mean, he's so down as far as a power back. I'd really not want to put any development into that. I think we'll just keep going elusive for now. He gets 3, ball carrier vision 2, elusiveness 2, juke move. Okay, so that's very good. So his vision is up to 83, elusive 86, and juke to 86. So maybe that'll pay dividends on the kick returns. Tanner Malone goes up. And I might want to start evening him out. He's got finesse moves already. Power moves. Let's go run stopping with block shedding. I think that's going to help him a little bit. He goes up to a 76, and he gets 3 stats. Shedding 2, recognition 1, tackle 1. Okay, there we go. So his tackling is up to what now? 80. His shedding is up to 80. Good job. Sean Beatles, the tackle. Good. Tackles are getting some work. And let's see what Beatles needs help with. Pass blocking. Yeah, I mean, he could do run blocking too, but he's kind of far behind on the pass blocking, so let's upgrade that. He's up to a 72, only 2 stats. Pass block finesse and run block power, or pass block power. Pass block power, yes. There we go. Alright. John Hicks, the left tackle, back up. We'll go pass protector for him as well. 4 stats, awareness, pass block power, and strength. Now he's a 91. Well-rounded. I can see him possibly starting in the very near future for CJ Radovich. So training is done. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roster for the Celtic Tigers. Now, they beat us last year, late in the season in week 15, 27-24. So that was right in the heat of our playoff battle for the division title. It was ultimately won by the Columbus Explorers, but that little loss in the heat of things did not sit well, and we have to travel to Ireland to meet them. So, taste of revenge is in the mind of Coach Shaq Hennessy. So we're going to take a look at their team. And their starting quarterback is Deshaun Gregory, who's a 31-year-old, 73 overall. He's got 91 throwing power, not very good short accuracy, kind of middle of the road other accuracy ratings. Doesn't run a lot. But he had a big game last week. I'll share that more in the game. I won't go too in-depth into that. I'll save some of that material. And the backup is Jerry Womack, 6'6", 245. Not a very strong arm, but maybe better accuracy in some ways and worse in others. So, mixed bag. On the ground, they have the veteran Harvey Dickerson, speedy guy with very good hands. He's a weapon out of the backfield. Connor Hammer is their starting punt returner, and he's got some speed as well. And then you see William Peterson and Chantrell Dobbs. Their fullback is a pretty good one, Jeffrey Jordan. Not very fast, but a lot of strength. His run blocking is 73, lead blocking 83. That's big. And impact blocking 67. It could be a little better, but that lead blocking could play a key factor. The wide receiving group is led by speedy Damon Hurts, 84 overall. Nice speed, good hands, and look at their top 3 wide receivers. I think we had a little bit of a problem with them last week, or I keep saying last week, last year when we played them. I mean, you have Quentin Page, the veteran, with 81 hands, and Matt Garfield, another veteran, 83 hands. Very good awareness So they're going to be Johnny on the spot, and they can all run routes pretty well, deep routes. Look at the jumping on Damon Hurts. And then for depth, they have some speed in Marcus Daniels. Vernon Thurston is their primary kick returner, and Rudy Huntley. Tight end, they've got a very good one in Lincoln Cheeks, an 84 overall, 81 speed, 85 accuracy, acceleration, 85 agility, 83 strength, 82 awareness, 85 catching traffic, 87, 80s everywhere. And he can block fairly well, too. Backup, Larry Irving, also has some speed and can catch pretty well. Not much of a blocker. And then Walter James, the rookie, he's got some speed on him. Hands need some work. Their offensive line has some holes, but they plug them up pretty well. Starting left tackle is Rhett Chapman, a 79 overall. Very good strength. Not as good, well, he's better in pass blocking than he is run blocking, but both of them in the 70s. And the backup is rookie Joseph Burton. At left guard, they have Nathan Gibson and Riley Cooper, and I won't go too much into them because neither of these two guys start. They have good right guards. At center, it's Ahmad Blackley, 73 overall. Not a lot of strength. Not great in the blocking. Good, well, actually, he's good run blocking. And then Andrew Tafoya, the backup. At right guard, Jeffrey Murdoch slides over to left guard. He starts there. He's at 83 overall. Very well balanced. And Ross Bingham is a starting right guard at 74 overall. And you can see his numbers here. He's also very well balanced. At right tackle, Thad Gillespie at 70 overall. Has 86 strength, 73 pass blocks, 72 run blocks. So they're very balanced as far as their offensive line goes. Back up Nick Gates. And then third stringer, the rookie Ross Cartwright. Their defense is a good one as well. Malik Lawrence is a speedy pass rusher. Let's see his numbers. Could be a problem. And Demarius Lyons, the backup, is more of a bigger power rusher. Zach Vick is the right end, the veteran power rusher. And backing him up is the veteran Rayshawn Higgins. At defensive tackle, they're a little weak here. Ronnie Tanner is the starter. They go with a smaller defensive line, so maybe the offensive line for the Sentinels can push them around a little bit and open up holes for Dalton Triplett so he can run free again. C.J. Malone, Marquise Hopkins, the rookie, and Tracy Galloway. Left outside linebacker, Nazir Owens. Very good tackling. 90 power moves, so we have to watch out for him on the pass rush. And backing him up is Jordan Blythe. Middle linebacker, Terrence King is a good one, the veteran. Solid overall numbers. Not a great tackler, but he plays well on the field. I remember him from last year. Devion Newton is also he was a rookie last year, and he's got a lot of athletic ability. Oddly enough, the the Sentinels are thinking, do we go Bates? Do we go Devion Newton? So they would have gotten a good player either way. And Rashad Bennett is the backup. Right outside linebacker, there's Julian Stevens, the run-stopping specialist. And the backup, Dwayne Slate. And in the secondary, it's Antoine Ballard. Not very fast, but good man coverage skills. We got Kelvin Stills, a superstar. Got a little bit of speed. Very good awareness. Very good man coverage. Brandon Ransom, who plays very well in the slot. I remember him from last game making a lot of plays against us. Antonio Coffey, and Tremaine Floyd. At free safety, Diamond Frost brings some height to an otherwise fairly small secondary. 6'4", 206. Can move around pretty well in the secondary. Very good zone coverage. Very good tackling. The backup is Keontae Parnell. At strong safety, Gilbert Blackley, the veteran. Very good athletics. Good zone. And the backup, Javonte Lamb. A little bit of lacking speed. Their kicker is Denton Holcomb with 90 kick power and 89 accuracy. So not a strong leg, but better accuracy than Wes McGuire. Their punter is Zach Matthews. So there you see the team. They like to run the ball. They like to do misdirection, pulling guards, and they like to do play action and go short with the passing game. But they love to go to the tight end. They love to go to the slot, so it's going to be an interesting matchup to see if the Celtic Tigers will run the table against the Sentinels this year, or can the Sentinels get their revenge in Dublin, Ireland in week 2. That's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, it's game day. We're going to be taking on those Celtic Tigers. Who's going to have the lucky charms in week 2 and stay undefeated? Tune in and find out. Thank you for joining me. Glad you're enjoying the content. We'll see you later on Ben's Corner. Take care, everybody.